Okay, so on the side wall here, really it's best just to keep it simple. So what I like to do on tub surrounds, especially with these 12 by 24s, is start out with a full tile. Not at the base, obviously, but just a full tile up against the rond deck or against your metal edging. And then have a half tile. So this really gives us like a 6.5 inch piece. So what I would recommend is offsetting the smaller piece off the big piece so it looks like a full piece that folds into the corner. So we can just start out with one full piece here and then work our way up. But if you cut this in half right here, it looks symmetrical and it looks right. And since this is like a 17-inch piece, that extra 6-inch piece makes it look like the full tile. So it really makes it simple with 12 by 24s. This is basically 30.5 inches. So it really depends on how far out your tile is going to come. But even if it was 36 inches, it still works great. And it really reduces the amount of cuts because now I can have my factory edge right up against my edging. And then I just have one piece to cut every other row that I have to be very delicate and concerned about. Because it's always the metal edging, or even if you're meeting up with bullnose, cutting that tile is always the most sensitive. The corners, you have a lot of wiggle room because you're going to be caulking that joint anyways and you're not going to see it. But the visual part is the metal edging. So, all right, so now we have our laser here. We're lined up with our existing side over here. So now it's just a matter of cutting this first piece that's going to wrap around the edge of the tub. So this is going to be, again, probably one of the most difficult cuts. It's not really tremendously terrible, but if you got around the window yesterday, you're going to be fine on this one. Let me cut some of this stuff out of here. 7 1/8, 7 1/4. We'll go 7 1/8 on this side because you can leave an 1/8 inch against that bottom. And then this guy is going to go right down alongside the tub. And we're probably going to have to scribe cut because I could even see right here there's like a little bit of a divot up. But we'll just make this 7 1/8 as well. We'll make this as a complete straight cut, and then if we have to scribe cut to meet the tub, fine, we will. But important part here is making sure that you kind of make this round. You don't want to make it square at this edge or you're going to have kind of an ugly little corner. You're going to want to round it. So let's go ahead and bring this outside. Just remember that we're going to kind of concave that part. So we're not going to go much past that so that we can curve that section. Jesus, why the hell is that so far down? What the hell happened there? Well, that's way off. The hell? Well, let's just try at least use this as a template. That looks pretty good that way. Just need to scribe cut this a little bit to move it over. Okay, so now we just need to get a little piece here. So we got 6 3/4. And we gotta cut 2 sides. And then both of them kind of have to be kind of nice. And just to show you how much easier this is, this really makes it a lot easier for glass. That's a much easier way to do it. That's why you pay the big bucks for it. I hate the way they make these mosaics now. What the heck? It doesn't match up at all. There.
You cut the wrong
side. Well, whatever. I guess I'll have to just split it. It's like, wait, I can't remember now. Oh, I think it's these two.